Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. This is Bella with Bella Gitana Tarot. Just wanted to go ahead and bring you a reading for the collective on Divine Masculine and the Karmic. So let's find out. I haven't used this deck in a while, so we're going to find out what's going on with them. Okay. So as usual, be sure to like, subscribe, comment if it resonates. Share this video. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so what's going on with the Divine Masculine Spirit? Gonna do him here on the left side, Karmic on the right. Okay, oh, we got two. Okay, that's weird because this deck is not supposed to be in reverse. So, Six of Swords in reverse is like he's feeling stuck in this connection. And then we have Temperance, so he's trying to balance himself, trying to find some healing, trying to be patient. But at the same time, he's feeling like he's not getting anywhere in this connection. So I feel like the angels could be protecting him. Yeah, look at that. We have the Eight of Wands at the bottom. So I feel like he wants to communicate that he's feeling stuck, but he just doesn't know how to go about it. So yeah, look at that. He wants to talk to her about this marriage, if that's the situation, this connection, this soul contract. Okay, yeah, look at that. Six of Wands. And in this deck, we have an actual wedding. So he wants to talk to her about feeling like this marriage is not going anywhere. It's too chaotic. Six of Swords is like somebody's needing to go to calmer waters, right? And he feels like they're not going anywhere. They're going upstream, right? Like it's a losing battle here. Yeah, but he's holding back with the Four of Pentacles, right? Interesting. Okay, what about the Karmic Spirit? What's going on with the Karmic? Wow. So the Empress flipped up. Let's see what these other two are. The Six of Cups and Strength. Wow. So I'm getting here that she's very nostalgic. You know, there's a lot of ego here with the Strength card. It's almost like she does not want this connection to end, as usual. Here, let me make sure that you guys can see in the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, I feel like she's very nostalgic. She's looking at pictures, you know, reminiscing how things used to be. This could be that she knows about you, Divine Feminine, okay? And she knows that you are his soulmate, and she's trying to hold him back in some type of way. Like, Strength card can also be restraint, right? Yeah, look at that. But this is a Wheel of Fortune. This is like about karma. Like, this cycle is ending, okay? Like, there's nothing she can do to make this go any further. It has gone the furthest it can go. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards to see what else we need to know. Spirit, why is Temperance here for the Divine Masculine? Hope you guys are doing well, by the way. Okay, we have infatuation, adoration, addiction, compulsion. So I feel like in the past, the masculine was guided to go towards this connection because he was just infatuated with the karmic, but it wasn't more than that. You know, it was just like an addiction. Yeah, it's one of those things where it made him feel like he was roaming wild, free-spirited, risk, possibilities. But at the same time, you know, if you are too free, you know, you're not going to have boundaries and you're going to get lost in that energy. So it's not good for the long term, right? It might be good for the short term, but you can't stay in that energy forever. So why is Six of Swords here in reverse? Wow. So he's having an epiphany, right? The Six of Swords is also about our thoughts, right? Like he wants to move on. And I feel like he's awakening. I mean, we have seen that in the past few readings that he's awakening. He's getting a tower moment. We saw that in yesterday's reading. And he's realizing that he feels like this connection is not going anywhere. You know, at the bottom of the deck, we have intimacy, closeness, sexuality, seclusion. So I feel like he's noticing that it's not going anywhere because there's no intimacy here. They're not really as close as he could be, as he used to be with the divine feminine. And he's really wanting to actually be loyal to somebody that he can feel that energy with. And it's definitely not with the karmic. Why is justice here, Spirit? What is this soul contract about? Wow, you guys, shattered. Damaged, brokenhearted, destroyed. Exactly. So I feel like he's realizing this connection is shattered. It's not moving forward with the Six of Swords in reverse. It's destroyed, right? It was just one of those things that it was a good idea at the time, but now he's realizing this is not a long-term thing. Yeah, look at that. It was just about lust, intensity, sexual energy, non-committal. Okay. So it's definitely shattered. Okay. I feel like he's tired of the lust energy. He wants something more, right? Like he wants to be close emotionally to somebody, and it's not with this karmic. Yeah, because he's noticing they have clash, you know, they're clashing. They have vast differences here. Incompatibility, there's conflict. Even before I did this reading, I kept picking up on this tension between them, and it's coming through here. Why is the Empress here with the karmic? What is this, something that she knows, or why is the Empress here, Spirit? Okay, look at that. Family, triumph, security. So the Empress is about that mother energy. So she could be a mother, okay? I feel like she wanted to have security by having this masculine commit to her. So that could be one storyline. Another storyline could be that she just feels like she has to be the one to bring the security to the family in whatever form that takes. Yeah. So whether it be with closeness with relationships or bringing on her sexuality, this is her way of getting that security for her family. We'll expand more on that, but that's just what I'm picking up for now. Why is Six of Cups here for the karmic, Spirit? Okay, so it looks like she's getting some clarity here. It says here, honesty, intention, truth, okay? So I feel like she's starting to realize that if things were good at one point in the past, it's not like that anymore, because that's why she's looking at the past. Like the past is more appealing than the present moment. Look at that, intimacy showing up again. I feel like she's reminiscing about how things used to be in the past, like their closeness with each other, if that's how it was at one point, but it's not like that anymore. Why is Strength card here, Spirit? Yeah, she's holding on for a second chance, right? Remember I said that the Strength card is also about restraint. Like she's holding on, restraining the connection to hopefully have an open window. Look at that. It says here resistance, suppression, shyness, secret admirer. It's like secretly she is trying to make this happen. Okay. Let's just see what's underneath the wheel. Ace of Swords. Wow. So the truth is coming out, you know, like it's basically the truth is coming out here that the cycle is done with them. The wheel is turning in their favor, that they need to do something to shift out of this energy. Why is the wheel here, Spirit? That this was something that was just a karmic cycle, right? For them to learn a lesson. Yeah, and so this was a cycle that was delayed. It was a distraction, but change is happening now, you know? Wow. Look at this. Bottom of the deck, we have misunderstood, lost soul, victim, mistakes. I'm getting here that they're realizing that with these mistakes that they made, these are lessons that they had to go through. But now they know that now there has to be change, you know? They can't just keep on being in this energy together, because all it was just passion and desire. But, you know, that's not gonna get you where you need to be, because you're just going to be clogged in that energy and not be able to see clearly, right? Mixed signals, blocked emotions, clutter. Like you can't live in that energy. It's not healthy, right? And look underneath that, we have solitary, single, withdrawn, lonesome, single. Because at the end of the day, if it's not who you're meant to be with, you end up feeling lonely and misunderstood, you know? And that's not a good place to be, and it's not healthy, right? So let's just see. What does the Divine Masculine want to say about this situation? Look at that. He's saying, I need to focus on my healing. If I could pick up the card. I need to focus on my healing. Exactly. And that's why Temperance is here, because that is about healing, you know, being divinely guided to really balance yourself out. Look at this. Bottom of the deck, the karmic is making me turn against you. So I feel like this is something that he wants to heal. He wants to heal the fact that he knows he let his shadow get the best of him, and he may have treated you in a not so good light. Okay. And so he wants to focus on forgiving himself for that. And says here, I've been overindulging with the karmic. Exactly. Because he got infatuated and was stuck in that compulsion, you know, addictive energy. But he's realizing this is just lust, you know, it's just intense and that's it. But it's just sexual energy and that's it. And he's saying, I scared myself that day. So I'm not sure what that's about per se, but it could be that he's starting to realize that this addiction that he needs to heal from, it could even be a sex addiction, is making him become a person that he doesn't want to be, you know? And so this type of compulsion, addiction, codependency situation, or, you know, behavior pattern is scaring him because this is not who he is deep down, right? Look at that. I pretend that I don't care. Exactly. So he has pretended that he doesn't care because he was wrapped up in that addiction. And like we saw earlier, the heart fog, you're not able to see clearly. There's blockage, right? Okay, let's just see what the karmic wants to say. Yeah, she has a hidden agenda. Did I not say earlier that she uses like her sexuality to gain security for her home life? So this could have been her hidden agenda, that she was just using him for money or what have you. Look at that. Bottom of the deck. He's my toy. Exactly. She was just using him. Wow. What else, Spirit? What else does the karmic want to say? There's a full moon here too. And today's full moon in Capricorn, which is Capricorn and Tarot is the devil's energy. So her hidden agenda is about to be split open, you know. I have my family, coworkers, and friends keeping an eye on you and your masculine. Wow. That's crazy. She has a lot to say. Oh my God. Look at these other cards that popped up. I'm actually really miserable. Okay. And you know, sometimes people, when they're miserable, they don't want other people to be happy. So that could be why she's trying to hold them back, right? From having a second chance with you. She's wanting a second chance for herself. Okay. And this could be why she's stuck in the past, because she's trying to, it's almost like she's trying to dig into the past too. Like she could be having people look into you so that way she could use something against you, you know, like bringing up the past and like make you undesirable to him, right? And that's why he was saying like the karmic turned me against you. I burn with anger and hate when you both communicate. And this doesn't have to be actual communication, but this could be like you being in his dreams or something like that. And it may be like, I don't know. I was even talking to my friend about this yesterday, that sometimes, you know, when you have a soul connection, you can't stop thinking about the person, right? So the divine masculine can't stop thinking about you, divine feminine. And sometimes when you're intimate with people in general, you end up absorbing that person's thoughts, their dreams, their traumas, right? And it's very key. That's why you have to be really selective about who you allow in your vessel, because you can end up absorbing those things. So think about it for a second. Like if the masculine is thinking about the divine feminine and, you know, his desires and whatever, like all that goes with that connection, and then he's intimate with the karmic, she's going to pick up on those things. And she doesn't have to be gifted necessarily. It could just be where she may have a dream that he's thinking about you, divine feminine. You know, so it could be bothering her that she's having these dreams. And that's why the full moon showed up here, I feel like, because the full moon could be showing up those subconscious things that are in his mind. and transferring them over to her, and she's like angry when she wakes up or whatever, because she's like, I cannot believe that he's still thinking about her because I'm dreaming about them together. Yeah, see, I hate watching you succeed. And look at that bottom of that, I mock your spiritual beliefs. Okay, so she's just very miserable, and it reflects in how she's having people watch you. She's allowing anger, you know, all these low vibrational feelings take over and not really help her to be better, you know, and being stuck in her ego. So there's not much you can do about that, right? Because we're not in control of other people and their healing. So whew, very heavy energy. But yeah, and also one thing I wanted to say about the karmics too, you guys, like, you know, they are a lesson for the divine masculines. That way they can learn this lesson and pass the test, so they can come to you, because you don't want them learning those lessons with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be more painful. So one of the things that my friend, that recently, something that helps her, that she shared with me, and I want to share it with you guys, is that these karmics don't exist. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, of course they exist, right? They're in the world, but I'm saying in terms of, in this connection, like, this connection is about you and your divine masculine, and anybody else that's in the vicinity or soul tie or whatever, they have a contract, but that's it. Soon enough, that contract's going to end. And this is why the wheel's here, because spirit wants you to know that this was just a contract that they had to go through. The justice card is here. You know, you're showing up on her side. So obviously she is thinking, like, she knows that the next step is going to be where he's going to come towards you. And this could be what she's having people watching you. But don't let that scare you or anything, because you're protected, you know. But at the same time, it's like, these karmics don't exist because they're just like a soul contract, you know what I mean? Like, it's not where they were created with the divine masculine. Like, God made you and the divine masculine together, and that's bigger and more amazing than anything else that the world has, like, to present. And anything else out there is like a distraction, you know what I mean? Like, and it's unfortunate that a lot of these masculines allow their lust to blind them, because they think that lust is love, and they marry somebody for their looks or whatever, and they're not really loving them for who they are. They're not really connecting to that person's soul, and they're starting to notice the big differences between a divine connection with you and a karmic connection, right? Because a karmic, you can tell it's not meant to be. This person is miserable, is very selfish. They don't want you to be happy unless it's with them. It's just very self-serving, you know what I mean? And then he looks at you, divine feminine, and he's noticing how you're very free. Like, you want him to be happy even if it's not with you. And that's a big difference between somebody that is sure of what's meant for them, and they don't have to do things, they don't have to do spell work, they don't have to have people watch the other person online to control things. Like, you know, who are you, right? You're not God, right? So when you trust and allow the universe to let the chips fall where they may, then they're gonna fall, and it's gonna be in your favor, because we have the freaking Wheel of Fortune here, you guys. Okay, so let's get one card for the Wheel of Fortune to see, what does he want to say about this cycle that's ending. I wish I had treated you better. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's huge. Okay, so with this karmic cycle that he's gone through with the karma, he's realizing, I wish I had treated you better, you know. And right now he's saying, like, I'm not available right now because I still have to cycle this out with the karmic. You know, if they're married, you know, he'll have to get a divorce, you know, move out. He would have to put things into place to where he's going to make changes to move on. And as far as we can see in this reading, he feels stuck with the Six of Swords. Let's see. Let's pull one card for the Six of Swords in reverse to see what's going to help him, like, get out of that energy to actually move forward. Now look at that. One and only. Focus only on you, first and last they talk to, thinking of you all day, okay? And the Six of Swords is about, you know, being in your thoughts about somebody that you want to move towards, right? So he's stuck in this energy because he just got done with like the Five of Swords, right? The Five of Swords is like conflict, battling with the ego. And after that is a Six of Swords. So it's like he knows that you are his one and only. He's still thinking about you. And that's why he's stuck on that energy, because he's like, why do I still think about this person and I'm married to this other person, you know? It's like he thought that if he was to be with this other person that you wouldn't be in his thoughts anymore. But he's learning that no, I still care about my divine feminine. I still love her and I can't get her out of my mind. So imagine having all these thoughts about you and then transferring them over to the karmic, and she's receiving that information. I mean, it's scary and crazy, you know, but let's see what else. So I hope that I explained that good enough about the karmics don't exist, because it's only you and the masculine that matters in the grand scheme of things. It's just a non-issue, you know what I mean? And you know that when something is meant for you, nobody or anything can keep you away from your person, you know, because you guys were made together by God. Like, it's a soul connection. Like, you can't separate, you know, the other person from the other. I mean, he's still thinking about you. Let's get one card for the karmic and see. Yeah. So trust and imbalance came out. Triggering unhealthy behavior, unstable emotions, insecure attachment. Okay. I mean, I was basically saying that she's codependent, miserable, right? Not balanced within herself, and trying to trust that this is meant for her, but it's not. They trust your actions, feel they can depend on you, don't doubt your intentions. So I feel like she's trying to trust that this situation is going to get back on track, and that's what she's holding on. But this is her outdated beliefs. Bottom of the deck is social norms, outdated cultural beliefs, toxic social norms, learned unhealthy thinking pattern. Exactly. She does not have a healthy way of thinking because she is being controlled by the matrix, you know, by the devil's energy. And that's just what it is. So hopefully, you know, she will awaken. Let me see. What does Spirit want us to know for an outcome? What is a potential outcome for this situation, Spirit, with the karma and divine masculine? Look at that. It's going to end up in tragedy. The wheel again. Surviving. Daily hustle. So I feel like Spirit is saying this is going to be a tragedy because they're still going to be trying to survive in this connection. Look at that. Nightlife, gamble, take a risk, Vegas. So I feel like for some of these masculines and the karmic, they are like bound to each other karmically, and they could be using the nightlife as a distraction, okay? But this is not a serious connection. Look at that. We have the clown underneath that. They're just wanting to keep up the appearances that they're happy, but look at that. Right underneath that, we have a roller coaster. But it's a roller coaster that it's not consistent. Okay. Let's get one more. Why is forbidden love here, Spirit? And remember I said that she's focused on money and using him? Look at that. And then we have this woman. I mean, it looks like a woman. Yeah. A woman holding on to those dollar bills. Okay. Look at this. So time is running out on this connection. Okay. TikTok. Like we saw that earlier with my other reading. This card came out too. Okay. So Spirit is saying that this is about to close out. That's why we have the wheel here. Okay. And he definitely... I feel like being with this karma, he's noticing that he wish he had treated you better because he's seeing how bad it is with her. Look at that. So we have family, entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings, like money. This is all about money in this connection. And time is running out. One more, Spirit. Yeah, they feel weighed down in this connection. Anchor, chains, weighed down. I told you they're bound to this karmic, but I feel like Spirit is saying, but time's going to run out where they're not going to be bound anymore. Yeah, see, because the star energy is here with wish, hope, praying, yearning. Somebody is praying for divine intervention that this cycle is going to end soon. Yeah, look at that. Searching online, looking for info, records. So I feel like somebody is in the process of looking into information so that they can make their dreams come true to get out of this situation. Let's get one more for the karmic and see. Yeah. It's like money makes her happy, and that's really all she correlates happiness to be, you know, meeting two or more people, discussions, planning. It's like she makes plans based on the material world, you know what I mean, and not soulful connections, not your spirituality, you know. And you can't blame her either because she's still asleep, you know. She's being bound to the 3D world, and she's not awakened. And I feel like the masculines are finally awakening. Why did he have that epiphany earlier, Spirit? What was that about? Wow, so the epiphany is that he knows that money is holding him down. Okay, for some of them, they could be about to become a father. And so that's pulling into their heartstrings because they don't want to feel like they're being irresponsible and like bail on the situation. Okay, but I feel like with the epiphany, which is also like the tower, he's realizing that he has to release himself and put a pause on this situation so that he can be able to stop being weighed down and get out of this situation. Very interesting. Yeah, look at that. Underneath interlude is pop-up. Spontaneous, unexpected, surprise visit. Interesting. So something is coming. I feel like Spirit is going to bring down some kind of blessing or like divine intervention, like with the tower, to help him get out of this situation so that he can finally be free from this addiction. You know what I mean? Like something's gonna give because we have the wheel. Let's get one more for the wheel. Why is that here, Spirit? So we have insatiable and journal, unquenchable, wanting more, writing diary, keeping notes. And look at this, we have commitment at the bottom, long-term relationship. So this is telling me that the divine masculine feels like he's still wanting more out of a connection, and he doesn't feel like this is it because this is like, who uses typewriters anymore, right? Like he feels like he's over this connection because it's just like old. You know, like it's just not exciting anymore. And I feel like he could be writing down in his journal how he's feeling, but he wants something more long term. And remember, I said if he was in this lusty energy with her, it was very short term. And now he's like had his fill of it. And look at that. Now he wants to chase you, divine feminine. Wow. All right. So let's see what else he wants to say to you, and we'll close out the reading. Look at this. I am becoming a better person. Love it. So yeah, I feel like because of this karmic cycle, right, he's able to realize that he needed to allow this cycle to happen so that he can realize what he needs to work on, which is getting rid of, you know, old behavior patterns, self-sabotage, codependency. And he's letting you know, I will wait for a sign from you. And you know, that's the funny thing about signs. I wanted to share this with you guys. Like today, I was just reading like an article, and I looked at the author, like who wrote it, because I just happened to scroll all the way up. It just caught my attention, and I looked at who wrote it, and it was my person's name. And I was like, are you kidding me? It's like we always get signs from our person, and that's how you know that this is meant to be, because no other thing happens where you see like an ex-boyfriend's name ever, right? It's more like you always see your person's name. So I feel like he's getting the downloads, he's getting the information that he needs to figure out the differences, and one day he's going to finally, pretty soon, I mean, we are in the full moon of Capricorn, he's going to finally realize that he needs to address these wounds, you know, address these issues, and finally free himself from this karmic cycle that has tied him down. And you inspire him to want to feel again and be better. I want to feel that way again. Exactly. This whole reading, he's been saying that he misses like that emotional intimacy, and he had that with you, right? So that's been very obvious here in this reading. So yeah, guys, I hope that really gave you some insight. Comment below, you know, that is a reading. Let me know your thoughts, and if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do so by clicking on the link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!